So here's where I'm at, and I've said this before. I've said it to other people, and I mean it when I say it. You only get one health, so you got to look out for you first. So where am I going with this, you might wonder? Well, since about the middle of November, my lower back and hip have been in an easy level 7 on the pain scale. It has started to affect my knee, which affected my ankle. I couldn't sleep. There was no position in which I could be comfortable. But through all of that, I still came into work. My blood pressure skyrocketing from the pain. The medications that I was taking to kill the pain were also boosting my blood pressure. So I finally went and got it x-rayed. Now this was during work, but I had no other options, and everybody at work had seen this condition, me dragging my leg around, asking, "Are you okay?" And I was honest, and I said, "No, I'm not okay." But when I got the chance to get my appointment to go and get this x-ray to get at least some sort of answer, that my one manager, she understood, and they gave me a follow-up appointment, which has been now another 4 weeks, I want to say, more than 4 weeks. But besides that, I couldn't reschedule. And so I'm at work, and my other manager, I know that it wasn't a popular thing. It was kind of like, well, we need you to finish, some of your training, things like that. Look, not once did I ask, or not once did anybody say, "Would you like to go home?" When you have a chance to actually get some answers for your health, do that. Because again, they watched me drag my leg around. I get it. It's work. It's a business. They're there to make money. They're not here to, give you any sort of empathy, I guess, if you will. But there's still something about the human experience, and the human experience starts with each individual human. You have to do this for yourself. I told them I would come back today, and I will, but I still have to go get this checked out. I feel a lot better, but the fact remains that if you let them, they will just continue to take from you. And they've got bosses to answer to as well. I get it. And this is not a personal attack on any manager I've ever had that was put in that position. I get it. It's their job to make sure people are there. But I've never asked for any time away in some unsolicited manner, or tried to do it. Like, the only 2 times that I've been away from work was based off of this. Now, I haven't been with this company for a long time, but the fact remains, like, they've seen at least there's a pattern that has to do only with your health or some sort of a medical emergency. And I told them in the interview that they asked, what are some things that you would think that you bring, I guess, to the table? And I said, my last job, I was lights out with attendance. I'll be there, but there's times where when you can't, it shouldn't be held against you. Although, here we go. Because I felt like when I said that to my manager, his first thing is, well, he didn't want me to go. He wanted me to stay. And I just thought, I got to do this for myself. I've struggled long enough, and not just at work. It's affected the way, like, the things that I've needed to study, the things that I've needed to study outside of work, my parenting, all of those things have suffered on some level. I couldn't go for walks with my daughter like we wanted to. Every aspect of life, when you're in that much pain on a regular basis, I wasn't sleeping right. When you're in that much pain, I'll say it again, it affects everything. And when you need answers, you need answers. So that's where I'm at with it. Guys, you get one health. And in all due respect to any job, get your answers. Get your answers. You deserve it. And that's what we have insurance for. And I told him, I said, look, I can't reschedule this and wait another 4 or 5 weeks, or actually it wasn't even 4 or 5, 2 or 3 weeks. I can't wait that long. I've already waited long enough to get these answers. And he just said, oh, it is what it is. Well, no, it's not. It is what it is. It's my health. And anybody else would want to get answers as well and should. So that's what I'm going to do. And I hope that what this looks like isn't some sort of ticked off employee rant or anything else like that. I'm very worked up right now because it's like it shouldn't have had to come to that. If you saw my work ethic and things like that, and then when I went and told him, I sent him 2 text messages, one before work and one after I had tried to reschedule and figured out that I wasn't gonna be able to. Then he reminds me of, the point system and things like that. That's fine. But, there's something to be said about if you're not in your best person, if you're not in your best health, you could have 0 points. But if you're not productive at work, if you're not productive in life, then there's a lot of things to be said about that. And I think it's just weird timing. But I appreciate the forewarning. And this is just where I'm at. I'm going to make it a point to look after, my health, because your job, it's not their job to look after your health. It's your job. So make sure you do that.